Hey there, Airsoft fans. John Matrix here. Today, I'm here with a review of the Aim SVD Dragonov gas blowback rifle. Evike's been having Christmas sales ever since Thanksgiving, and I picked this one up when it was the rifle by itself, $130, which is an awesome deal. They've had package ones since then for $199 with a bunch of stuff. But I got this one by itself, $130. This is the box. You just had to put the stock on. The stock was in here. It came with a manual that actually is a manual for the spring version of this gun. So if you have the spring version of this gun, you'll have the same manual. Okay, I don't know why they did that. Must have been an error. The box is properly labeled for gas blowback, but manual is almost useless, but it's very, very similar. Okay, so here's the Dragonov. It came with one magazine, okay, and like I said, the stock you had to put on yourself. This green shoulder strap I bought separately. It's an AK shoulder strap. I think it's $8. It fits very well. It's got screw connection on the ends, so it makes it easy to hook on there. The Bipod I bought separately. Okay, this was $45, and I bought an extra mag also because I figured it'd be useful, and they actually are. Very nice weapon. Very nice polymer hand grip, metal outer barrel, orange tip, but metal flash hider. Metal receiver, and then polymer stock. Basic functions are the same as the spring powered one. You've got safety off, safety on functionality. Here's the bolt, and if you want to remove the upper receiver, you pull this down and then you lift this up. Okay, if you've owned the spring-powered version of this, this is going to look very familiar to you. Basically, you have to remove these two screws to install the stock, and also to clean the gun and service the gun. Let me show you what that looks like. Okay, with the screws removed, basically just lift this up, and this just comes right out. Okay, now you can see the trigger assembly, and this is the screw. These three screws are what you put in for the stock. Okay, and so now that you remove this back piece, you can pull back the bolt all the way to the rear, and then making sure that this latch is in the right position. And once it's in the right position, you can lift this out. Let's see. Say that again. Put this in the right position. I think it's up. Yeah. So when this is up, then this whole thing just slides right up. Okay. There you have it. Very nice. Now, I suggest when you first get this, definitely take this out and lube up all the rails. The part where it strikes, lube up the sides here. Just grease this baby up, because there's a lot of action here, and the smoother the action, the less gas it'll need and the more efficient it'll be. So I definitely suggest you do that. And that's it. That's you know, basically the gas blowback part of it is just this bolt right here with the nozzle. You know, the rest of it could just as well be the spring version. This one only has 2 hex nuts, and I believe it's the front one that adjusts the hop up. And I'm pretty sure the rest of this comes apart just like the original does. So after you grease this up, you want to make sure. Let's say if I shot this or whatever. Okay, this is forward now. Okay, when you put the bolt back, you don't want this forward. You want this back. Okay, make sure it's back. Okay, and slide this in. Make sure that's in the right position. Okay, now it gets to a point here where it's stuck, okay? And I freaked out over this when I first got it, okay? Don't worry about it, just, okay, let's see if I can do this one hand. Basically, all you really got to do is just slam it forward, okay? You slam it forward. Okay, getting this bolt back into place sometimes is a little difficult. You need to keep the hammer down, and then when this is back in place, take a long, skinny, flat screwdriver, come in underneath the bolt, and depress that down, and this slides forward much easier that way. Okay. Also forgot to mention that this did come with a cheek rest, which I decided to take off. And does have a safety, just like the spring powered one. And okay. Okay, the package came with one magazine. I elected to buy a spare one. This is a 22 round magazine, very nice and hefty, quite a bit of weight on here. My only complaint is this is a real pain in the neck to load. I bought a specific speed loader that supposedly works on the Wii gas blowback one and does not really work on this one very well. So what I have to do is I have to take a thin screwdriver and push down on here as I feed a BB one at a time. Okay, I have now found a better way to do it, but it is a way. And what else can I say? Oh, I went ahead and I got those O-rings from Moondog, those red O-rings for the fill, and it made a huge difference. When I first started to use these, you'd have propane spray everywhere. After you put that in, it doesn't leak anymore, so that saves the valve, because when the propane's spraying everywhere, that's cold, and then it freezes out the insides, and you can get the valve stuck and become leaky and all that kind of stuff. So one thing I did notice, that definitely a good thing I bought two of these, because once you shoot this out, you don't want to refill it right away and start shooting again, because it won't perform very well. It doesn't shoot as hard, and that's because it needs to return to room temperature for it to work efficiently again. So that's my take. Very nice valves. These I've used both of these probably 3 times each, so too early to tell, but so far excellent. Not a problem with anything, except for just gotta wait for it to get back to room temperature when you shoot out the 22 rounds. Okay, this is the PSO scope I got off of Evike for $120. It's a pretty nice scope. It's really hefty, big thick metal here. It does have an illuminated sight. You can flip it on like that, and it's hard to see, but you see it's illuminated there, which is pretty cool. And this end here rotates to find your focus. Okay, and the outer end has a sleeve that basically, when it's really sunny, you pull this out, so that way the sun doesn't reflect into your and mess up your aim. So that's pretty neat also. Okay, now this is the open position. We want to put this in. Now there's 2 parts to this. There's the front part, which is this round part right here in the front. Okay, this round part in the front needs to go in this center groove here. Now a lot of these are going to be really tight to put on, so I definitely suggest you lube the outside of the rail, okay, because the front part goes in this center groove here. Okay, that's this front part here, and then the rear part that has the flip over tightening mechanism here, this rear part has to start back here so that it fits over this end lip. Okay, so best way to do this is start with the gun upside down, and that way you can line it up. Okay, you line it up so that you have See if I can do this without messing up here. Let's see if you can see this here. Let me just turn on the light. There you go. Okay, so this is in the center groove, and then this has to start back here. Okay, just like that. Okay, fits around. This goes in the center groove. See, and then out now center groove, and then this fits on the back. Okay, now might get to the point where it's really hard. This one actually went in because I've been putting this on and off several times, so it just went in real easy. It might get to a point where it goes in and then it gets stuck, and if you have to, you could always take a hammer and lightly tap here, because this is full metal, so it can handle it. Lightly tap so that it'll give it a little jolt, and then it'll move forward. This has to go all the way forward. This scope should be just barely with the lens in, with this solar lens in, just a little bit of clearance from your iron sight. Okay, that's how far forward this should go. Okay, once it's all the way forward, you clamp this on, and as long as there's no movement, no wiggle, that's it. That's how you install it. Okay, so that's it. So I guess the only other thing to do is to show the Chrono. Okay, loading the magazine up, put my ear up against the propane tank, and it takes about 30 seconds to fully fill these mags. And I'm using 0.20 gram BBs. .558. Okay, I'm just going to go with 558. Okay, there you have it. Okay, 558 0.2. That's pretty good. Actually, I've seen it shoot harder than that, so I'm going to assume that's my bad on holding the gun straight into the Chrono. So, last words. This is a fine rifle. It looks really cool. I haven't tested it out in the field yet. I will do a shooting test and grouping test. I'll compare it to an AUG, and I'll share with you guys those results. All right, till next time.